June the 18th, 2013. I'm in southwest Colorado, finishing up the third leg Western Express route. Started this morning in Ouray, went through Ridgeway, over the Dallas Divide Summit, about 8,900 feet or so. I'm on my way to Telluride. Spend the night in Telluride. But it's just a beautiful day in southwest Colorado. Day 2 in Colorado. Spent last night in Telluride. They had the Bluegrass Festival going on in the town park, so I had to check that out. It was pretty cool. But I left Telluride this morning, came over the Lizard's Head Pass, about 10,200 feet, and now I'm headed down, just outside of Rico, and I'm headed to Dolores. Getting ready to head out into Utah. Yeah, being from Illinois, I'm just not used to the elevation here in Colorado. The air's thin, it's hard to breathe. Once I get above 8,000 feet, it gets pretty rough. And at the top of Lizard's Head, I had to walk at least 3 miles. But yeah, I'll be glad when I'm down into some lower elevation. But then it's just gonna be hot and dry with no shade. We'll see how that goes. But for now, I'm digging these forests. I'm in a beautiful canyon just outside the San Juan Mountains. It's a good day to bike tour. What's your name?
Alan.
Alan, where are you from?
London.
London?
Yeah.
All right. Where you headed? Denver?
Yeah.
Cool. What do you like best about biking?
Everything. The freedom and the simplicity and how it makes you get back to basics and enjoy the simple things, I guess.
Yeah.
Simplifying your existence and being resourceful.
How long you been on the road now?
2.5 months.
2.5 months. This is my 4th day out west. Just crossed the state line. I'm in Utah now, headed toward Monticello. Hope to get to Blanding tonight. I got reservations at the Best Western one. But the mornings are cool, down in the 40s and 50s. The high today is only going to supposedly be 84. Try to get early start, ride while it's cool in the morning, and then be off the road by the time it heats up. A little bit concerned about the hot and dry. Heading into the desert, Utah. It's like day 5 in the southwest. I'm in southern Utah between Blanding and Hanksville. It's getting pretty dry, pretty desert-like. Very beautiful. Anyway, spent 2 days in Blanding, resting, watching the Blackhawks win the Stanley Cup, you know, stuff like that. I'm headed for the bottom of the Colorado River. And they tell me there's no water for 70 miles. So I brought 9 quarts of water with me. Definitely don't want to run out of water out here. It's not bad in the shade. It's cool in the morning. Expecting it to heat up though this afternoon. I got a tough uphill coming up. I'm gonna get to the top of the uphill about 14 miles before it really heats up. And then it should be downhill most of the way. Welcome to southern Utah. Today's Wednesday, June 25th, 26th, I'm not sure. I'm in southern Utah, left Glen Canyon Recreation Area, which is right on the Colorado River. Spent last night sleeping under a pavilion. Not a bad way to go in the desert, but there's no services. Yesterday, 73 miles with nothing but desert. There's water at the rec area. and now it's another 50 miles to Hanksville with no services. So I'm trucking about 8 liters of water, roughly. But the scenery is amazing. It's like a buttes, rocks, not much vegetation, but the landscape is unbelievable. Pretty extreme. Never biked to it in anything like it. Last night at the Height Recreation Area, Glen Canyon, there was a group of 3 bikers, a dad and his 2 sons. Anyway, they're traveling cross country, 3 of them. They're going way faster than me, so I can't keep up with them. It's going slow. It's definitely dry. They'll bring water. Thursday, June 26, 27, something like that. But it is Thursday. Left Hanksville this morning, real early, about 5:30 before the sun even came up. Should have got an earlier start though. But it was nice this morning. The thermometer said 64 degrees. Headed for Torrey, Utah. But after Torrey, there's a big pass, over 10,000 feet. But hopefully it'll be cooler up in the mountains, more shade. But it's uphill from here to Torrey, another 30 miles. Less than 50-mile day, but again, the heat. I'm calling for 100-degree heat, but I'll be going through Capitol Reef National Park, which I've never been to, and they've said it's pretty nice. Switch to my Tilly hat, safari hat. Keeps the sun off my face. It's nice, I like it. It's just for the desert though. Kind of a geeky look, but better than the ball cap for keeping the sun off. I'm in Capitol Reef National Park. I'm always looking for a shady spot to take a break, especially now. It's about 11 o'clock in the morning. Sun's getting up there, it's getting hot. But I think I found the best shade spot. Friday, June 28th. It's like day 8 of riding. Spent last night at Torrey, just outside Capitol Reef. Now I'm headed toward Boulder, possibly Escalante. But it was big uphill this morning, 20 plus miles uphill. But now I'm on the back side of it, so it's kind of nice going downhill. Ran into a group of marathon runners running from Capitol Reef to Zion, 195 miles. It's a relay, and they're going to do it over a 2-day period, but they're going to run through the night. And each runner's running between 7 and 9 miles of a stretch. But it is getting warm. It's a little cooler at the higher elevation, and there's this big black thunderhead moving in behind me. They say it'll produce some lightning and wind with very little rain. Maybe start a forest fire. We don't want that. Sounds like pine forest. So is this your guys' first trip?
Yeah, it is.
How you liking it so far?
It's tough, but I mean the views are awesome, so it sort of makes it worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Not deeper, no way.
It's steep. It's Sunday morning, June the 30th. I just left Escalante about 9 miles ago, and I'm headed up toward Bryce Canyon. Maybe stop in Tropic. Got a pretty early start this morning. Got on the road by 6 o'clock. Try to ride cool in the morning it's about 64 degrees. By about 11 o'clock it should be in the 90s. Monday, July 1st. I'm near Bryce Canyon in Utah. Stayed at Tropic, Utah last night. Gonna be another short day. Tonight I'm gonna probably stay in Panguitch. It's like a penguin sandwich. It's only about 30 miles, but this is beautiful here near Bryce Canyon, southern Utah. So yeah, I've been growing this beard, not because I like beards, but I'm hoping that the whiskers will help protect my skin, face from the sun and wind in the desert. Otherwise I'd shave it off. Tuesday, July 2nd. Just left Panguitch. Got up pretty early. It's nice and cool, about 58 degrees. Headed to Cedar City. First I gotta get over this pass. It's about 10,500 feet. It's past a construction zone. They're oil and chipping. It looks like they just got started. And man, the guy was right. I passed them in just a nick of time. I figured it was gonna get messy. Little by little, we'll get there. It's Friday, July 5th. I took 2 days off in Cedar City, and now I'm on my way to Milford. I rolled into Cedar City on Tuesday, and then I chilled there for a day. I stayed there on the 4th as well. So I got fresh legs, and I'm ready to head out into the desert, out into the Great Basin, into Nevada. So it's pretty scrubby around here. Got this one shade tree, so taking advantage. Always looking for shade. It's Saturday morning, July 6th. Thought I left Milford bright and early, right as the sun's coming up. Hope to beat the heat and get to Baker before it gets too hot. Calling for a high today, about 96, so I'll get as much done as I can before it gets hot. I'm at the top of Frisco Summit, just west of Milford. Sign back away said there was no services for 83 miles. Whew. So I got a little ways to go. I got about 80 some miles to go with nothing between here and there, but 3 big hills and a lot of desert, scrub, hot, dry. Not too many cars on this road. Pretty desolate. It's been a good day so far. Sunday, July 7th, we're in Nevada. Stayed in Baker last night. But my next stop is Ely. It's about 63 miles from Baker. And not a whole lot in between, just 2 big hills. But I'm on Route 50. They call it the loneliest road in America. We'll see. Right now I'm at the top of Sacramento Pass. Wheeler Peak is over 13,000 feet, got a glacier, some of the oldest bristlecone pines around. So I'm on California time now. Tuesday, it's July the 9th. I just left Ely and I'm headed west toward Eureka. About 78 miles total for the day. No towns in between. Got an early start today. The temperature was about 51 degrees. It's nice and cool in the morning. Passed by the Ruth Copper Mine. Ooh, dusty. Right now I'm at the top of Robinson Summit. Not a bad little hill, not very steep. So far so good. Let's keep plugging away. They call this the loneliest road in America. A lot of traffic for the loneliest road in America. It's Wednesday, July 10th. I left Eureka this morning, got kind of a late start because nothing's open that early, so I didn't get started till about 7. But it's been mostly level all morning. Yesterday was a tough day, a lot of climbing. It was a good day though. I'm on my way to Austin. I got one little blip called the Hickson Summit, and then big old hill right before Austin late in the day. US 50, they call it the loneliest road in America. It's been pretty busy, a lot of trucks, a lot of travelers. Seen a couple bikers, but they said there'd be no shade. They lied. There's some, not a lot, but some. Today I gotta go 68 miles, so I gotta keep moving. Just taking a little lunch break. Thursday, July 11th, and I'm at the top of Mount Airy Summit, just west of Austin, Nevada. But we've got a nice cloudy day, which is nice. Keep that sun off for a little while anyway. Just inching my way across, following the original Pony Express route. And I think what I'm sitting on right here is part of the old Highway 50. But I'm on my way to Middlegate through Cold Spring Station, an old Pony Express layover. And then tomorrow Fallon, and then hopefully the day after that Carson City. And then check off Nevada. Friday, July 12th. I left Cold Spring Station this morning. Yesterday I was on my way to Middlegate, which is still another 10 miles down the road. I stopped for lunch, and about an hour later, a big old storm popped up. So I just stayed at Cold Spring. They had a motel room there. Now it's a beautiful day. I'm sitting in the Rock Creek Station. It's an old overland stagecoach station. Back in the 1860s and the 1870s, this was the way to get across the country. Pony Express came through here. Anyway, I'm on my way to Middlegate, try to get some breakfast or something there. And then to Fallon, probably stay in Fallon tonight. And then tomorrow, Carson City. See what happens in Carson City.
I'm Alex.
Hi Alex, I'm Paul.
Paul.
Where are you from?
I'm from Philadelphia. Started in San Francisco like 4 days ago, 5 days ago. Heading to Maryland.
Cool.
Where are you going?
Sacramento.
Sacramento?
Yeah.
Not too far, what, two or 3 days?
Couple days, yeah. I'm going slow. It's Saturday, July 13th. I left Fallon this morning about 6 o'clock, and I'm headed west Carson City. It's about 60 miles total. Sitting by Lake Leviathan. I don't think I said it right. The reservoir water's really low. A little bit of a breeze blowing. It's not too hot yet. It's still early in the day. But it's only 60 miles to Carson City, so try to get there early before the wind starts to kick up. Yeah, it's getting pretty woolly. Whew. It's my desert beard. It's Sunday, July the 14th. I was in Carson City last night and I'm heading south and then west through Genoa, Nevada, and then gonna cross over into California here in a minute, over Carson Pass and into the Sierras. Should be in Sacramento in a couple days. Right now I'm at the base of the Sierras and I'm getting ready to go over Carson Pass. About 8,500 feet, good sized pass. I'm gonna take my time. It's beautiful around here. I think I'm out of the desert. I even shaved on the occasion. Yeah, I shaved off my beard. Didn't need it anymore. It's Monday. It's July the 15th, 2013, and I'm in California, about halfway up Carson Pass. I left Woodford's this morning. Been a tough uphill. 15 miles up, and I still got about 6 or 7 miles to go to get to the top. But the Sierras are beautiful. After spending 2 weeks in the desert in Utah and Nevada, where there weren't many trees and not a lot of shade, it's just a really nice change to get up here in the higher elevations and see some trees with plenty of shade. Once I get over Carson Pass, the climate will change. I've been thinking there'll be really big trees, big red cedars, maybe even some redwoods. But I figured I'd end the trip in Sacramento. That's where the Pony Express route ends. What's your name?
Christian.
Where are you from? Sweden. All right, cool.
There you go.
Is this your first tour in the States?
Yeah, first ever.
Wow.
First time in the States as well. I just flew over here to cross the country and then go to San Francisco. I always wanted to go there, so.
Awesome.
Yeah.
How do you like it?
It's everything that I could have expected, but more. And everyone is so friendly. It's been a lot harder than I thought.
Yeah.
But a lot more fun as well.
Cool. Did you come through Carbondale, Illinois?
Yeah.
That's where I'm from.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
College
I bought
town.
these glasses there.
Cool. It's Tuesday, July 16th. I'm up in the Sierra Mountains in El Dorado National Forest. Stayed near a little town called Kirkwood at Caples Lake. First night I had to actually roll out the tent and set it up, but it was a beautiful little camp spot overlooking Caples Lake. A nice night. Anyway, still moving west. Hope to make Placerville tonight and then Sacramento tomorrow. But I'm just taking my time going down the pass. Still got a couple little uphills yet, but it's mostly downhill from here all the way to Sacramento. But the Sierras are really beautiful and I'm just going to take my time and enjoy it. Take lots of pictures. Another beautiful day in the Sierras. Last day of bike ride. I'm near Folsom, California, along the American River. Last night I stayed in Placerville, and I'm headed to Sacramento. Find the train station, find a motel. Tomorrow I'll get on the train. It's been a great ride. Been going to bike touring camp. Bike touring a long time, but learned a lot this time about bike touring. About 12, 15 more miles till Sacramento. And then I'm done. Classic American history routes, like the Lewis and Clark, the Oregon Trail, the Pony Express. You can read about the Pony Express, look up pictures on the internet about it. You can come ride the Pony Express, get a real feel for what it was like. So it's like a Pony Express ride.